Okay, to wrap it up, basically, earned value analysis, like I said, is a reporting tool. It's a way of reporting. Yeah. And CVSV, of course, when you report it, it's not the end of the world. You still need to look at many other factors as well. So in every questions that we calculate, if we're given a situation where you need to show your EV, you will need to first and foremost find what is the plan value. So usually we will give you things like what is the plan value? Either we give you that graph, where we already got a plan value and we cut it off at a certain month, okay? We cut it off at 5 days, 6 days, or 6 months, or 5 months, or 8 months, 10 months, anything, every month actually. When we cut it off, we will tell you that this is where we cut it off. And then you will need to read off that PV value, you see. Then we will actually tell you how much amount of money that is being spent, and that will be your AC. So you didn't put, when we have questions, I think you take note of the wordings, okay? So let's say if we don't give you a graph, we will tell you that we need to build 5 houses in 5 months, for example, or in 10 months, 5 houses in 10 months, for example. And each houses is going to be how much, how much, okay? Like the total budget is how much, is this? So your PV, you need to calculate your PV, yeah? So your PV is, your PV will be one house. One house is how much? Your plan value for one house is how much? Your one house budgeted cost of the work performed. So 1 month you are spending how much is it on the one house? So you've got to understand the wordings. And then of course EV will tell you that at this point in time, we have 2 houses has been built, and this is amount of money. So you need to calculate one house how much money. Okay, and at this point in time, we've done 2 houses, and the perform is 2 houses. You see, so one house is how much the budgeted cost of the perform. So 10 million. Let's say I want to build 5 houses, 5 million. One house is 1 million. That is the PV basically. Yeah. Then you've done at this point in time, you've done 2 houses, 2 million. And what is the actual cost? Actual cost will always be given to you. So if you face this sort of questions, you will be basically asked to find PV, asked to find EV, asked to find. You need to look for clues. What is the PV, what is the EV, and what is the AC? So I will try to give you some practice, on this, so that the calculation is very simple. It's just a matter of how to detect those values. You see, and I think it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. It's just a matter of we give you a graph, and you need to find the gap of 2 lines, or we give you some wordings that you need to do some simple calculations and find your PV, find your AC, look for your AC and then your EV, for example. And then CV, you must remember the formula is EV minus AC, EV minus EV. So these are the formulas that you need to, these 2 formulas. And then to tell us that whether you are ahead of schedule or behind schedule. Or this is performance index also. It's EV divided by PV. So this is cost performance index and schedule performance index. It's about the ratio of EV against PV. Not to be too worried about that, but mainly you need to know what is your PV, what is your CV, what is your AC, and what is your SV. These are the few things that you cannot miss out with your PV. So these are the highlighted things, okay? So yeah, you may get a graph like this, where you, at this point in time, at now time, what is the differences between the 2, and you need to know which line to minus which line to get the answer. So with that, or we can give you some very verbal kind of like I say, one house is how much over how many period of time, etc., etc. And then you need to find the PV, what is the cost of work scheduled, and then per month you need to spend how much money, for example. Per month you spend how much money, per house you need to spend how much money. That is the budgeted cost of work performed. Schedule. Sorry, I can't get my tongue twisted on perform and schedule. Even though I shouldn't be. Yeah. Okay. So I think that is to wrap up monitoring. So monitoring, Gantt chart, tracking Gantt, S-curve, and then EV technique. These are more into time and cost control. Of course, we also need to physically control on site. Quality needs to be controlled, safety needs to be controlled, and then plan and control. So the next topic that we'll be embarking on to will be the following quality management. So we finished our time and cost management. So we've done our estimates. We know how to do estimates, and from there you do S-curve. From S-curve you take information from S-curve for physical and also financial S-curve. You can do your EV technique to do monitoring. Okay. And obviously, there are also other techniques like maybe control charts, or you need to monitor your cost every month, your expenditure every month, and then go from there. So, a lot of accounting will be necessary, especially to calculate the AC value. Here in exam, we'll probably give you the AC value, but in real life, you need to really keep a track of your AC as well. Paperwork. This is project management. So about getting the paperwork done, to read from the paperwork, to get information there, to retain the knowledge through having good set of paperwork. Yeah. So I think that's all from me. And then we will actually go through this by pre-recording. I hope it helps. Okay. And for you to listen back again and again. And when we're back in class, to answer questions if we need to answer questions, for us to for you to answer to go through this carefully, and then if you have any questions, we will try to give you more examples and more questions maybe for you to ask me, or I give you more questions to try out lah. Okay, so I think that's all. Yeah, thank you.